tarehe 8 mwezi wa 3 mwaka 2022. Natumai kwamba uko salama na umeamka vizuri, uko tayari kungangana na sisi kwenye State of the Nation edition siku ya leo, ambapo tunazungumzia mambo ya nchi, state of the nation and state of politics and the state of our socio-economic fabric. We get to have a discussion every single morning when they tackle on the issues that affect you as a mwananchi. Today is Tuesday of the 8th of February of March. Hey, mwaka imeanda. It's almost Christmas of March 2022. Karibuni sana. As usual, I request that when you join in, please like. When you like, we get to know that you're watching us, and that like, please share. When you share, you give someone else an opportunity to watch broadcast. This is a tackle and begins now. Lakini kama kaida, lazima tuende mbele za Mungu tuombe, alafu tukirudi basi na kuja kuwapa salamu zenu. Sijui ni kina nani wameweza kuamka wakati huu wa asubuhi. Niko na mheshimiwa THUKU. KIRUGA. KIRUGA THUKU, na tuko na mheshimiwa hapa pia MWANGI wa SAMMY ambaye anaomba kura pale LAIKIPIA East, ni watu wa JUBILEE ama ni Azimio. Unajua sasa siku hizi haieleweki gani ni gani. Na KIRUGA ni mtu wa Kenya kwanza. KIRUGA ni mtu wa Kenya kwanza, MCA pale CHINGA ward, MCA pale CHINGA ward, mheshimiwa KIRUGA THUKU. Natuambia kunaendaje pale. Nimeona kuna ngona maanza kuamka tayari mapema. Tafadhali when you like, we get to know that you're watching us, and that like, please share. And you share, you give someone else an opportunity to watch broadcast. Tafadhali utuambie pia where you watching us from. Please, when you join in, tell us where you watching us from. When you join in, please let us know where you watching us from. When you join in, let us know where you watching us from. Aya, tuombe. Mighty Father, we come before you this morning. We worship you, glorify your name. Thank you for another opportunity to be alive this morning. We thank you for this show. We thank you for this conversation as we have it made edify the fabric of this country. For we pray, trusting and believing in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Aya, basokoni kidogo tukilipa madeni. Nimeona kuna ngona meza kuamka mapema. Naona nani hapa? William Mwangi, good morning. Chim, good morning to you. Gagi Faith, good morning. Akaroki wa Masi, I'm live from Nairobi, Kayole. Magi Soni, good morning to you, Magi. Simeon Samuel say Thika, anasema good morning sir, tuned in from Nax Vegas, asante sana. Magi Soni, KIRUGA THUKU, ameamwisha mapema. Aya, Jimmy Gakio, good morning. Team Tackle, good morning. Larry Kimonori, good morning. Gerald Bitok, tuned in from Chasing and Contractors, asante sana Larry. Charles Rotich, good morning to you. Ishak Haden, morning, tuned in from Kapenguria. Watu wa Kapenguria, good morning to you. Na tafadhali bwana, watu wa Kerio Vale, muache vituko. Watu wa Kerio Vale, very soon ndakuja na nyaunyo pale kwa ground. Mambo ya mnapigania nini? Mnapigania nini ndugu zangu jamani? Watu wa Kerio Vale, shida iko wapi? Shida iko wapi? Where is the problem? Kaini tulieni hapo na muishi na amani, muache kierere na mambo ya kupigana kila siku. You guys can share what you have, na mambo yanaweza kwa shwari zaidi. Please, nijeni like, when you like, we get to know that you're watching us, and like, please share when you share. We give someone else an opportunity to watch broadcast. Tuambie pia natazama kutoka wapi, madeni ndio tunalipa. Rex Roofing, nataka kukumbusha kwamba Rex Roofing inakupa nafasi ya kuweza kumiliki bidhaa safi sana ya paa ya nyumba. You can get the best roofing materials from Rex Roofing. Best roofing shingles, quality stone coated tiles. You never get it anywhere else. And also UPVC water harvesting gutters. If you're also looking for chain links, we have Milele chain links from Rex Roofing. Rex Roofing, quality roofing shingles, stone coated tiles, UPVC water harvesting gutters, and waterproofing solutions. And we are giving you 3% off this month. We are giving you 3% off this month of March. March ni mwezi wa 3, na tunakupa 3% ya discount ukinunua products zote kutoka Rex Roofing. Na kukumbusha kwamba unaweza visit www.rexroofing.com ama wapigie simu 704646664, alafu basi unaweza kupata products safi zaidi. We are giving you 2 guarantees. One of them is workmanship guarantee of 10 years. This is what we are telling you, that if we roof your roof, we sell your products and we get to install your roof, we are giving you a product workmanship guarantee of 10 years. And if anything happens in the next 10 years, we have done your roof, and we are done your waterproofing solutions, or we have put in your UPVC gutters, we are telling you that for the next 10 years, any workmanship demands that comes out of it, we shall be able to fix it for you for free. And we are giving you another guarantee of 50 years, a product guarantee of 50 years. We are telling you, I don't know where you'll be in the next 50 years, but I can guarantee you that your roof will still be there with you. Only if you buy from Rex Roofing. Rex Roofing roofs your world. And this is what I'm telling you as well. I've been making this very serious, that when you buy products from Rex Roofing, ensure that you also get either professional installer, or you allow Rex Roofing to install your products, so that when you get damages, you can be compensated. And also you can ensure that you get 100% guaranteed workmanship. Also, although we definitely have contractors who can do a good job, I mean, if you've given them a job to do your installation, then well and good. But is also the best to ensure that you have someone who can do your roof better. Haya, tuende pale pia this square where Eldoret na kisha kwamba unaweza kupata mng'aro safi zaidi katika building fourth floor. Kitaka kung'ara kama vile unaonanga kila siku nimedunga na maana hii, unakimbia pale this square where kuna dandana hapo anakupa discount hadi 10%. Ukienda wale wa dandana na kutumia. Ningekuonyesha viatu lakini hii kamera yangu ya TV bado ni bei kidogo. Haiwezi angalia chini. When I grow up I'll buy a bigger camera. Alafu tuweze kuona mego. This square where pale Eldoret mambo yanakuwa shwari. Na pia why do you have to be in a dirty space when you can afford a clean space? Clean space cleaners ambao nikisha kwamba unapata corporate service ya kuweza kusafisha ofisi yako. Good cleaning commercial services. Mheshimiwa hapa ofisi hakikisha kwamba unapeana contract kwa clean space. Na ndugu yangu hapa MWANGI. Clean space wako pale Karen Professional Center first floor. Ambao hakikisha kwamba nyumba yako inang'ara zaidi. Unajua watu siku hizi kama kuna watu wapendi ni kuosha. Mtu unaamka kama unakaa zizi ya ng'ombe na kuna mtu anaweza kusafishia. Trust clean space to ensure that you live in a clean space. Clean space cleaners na kisha kama mambo yako inakuwa safi zaidi. Asante sana. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's a pleasure to have you the State of the Nation edition of the 8th of March 2022 and it begins now. Munga lita continue watu wa diaspora wa UK. Naona mmeamka ni nani mwingine hapa kidogo. Ni kama comments zimekimbia. Wacha njaribu kuokoa kidogo mbio. Charles Rotita, hey, Remy Tarus, good morning from Eldoret. Good morning to you, Roris Roteko, watching live from Mombasa. Asante sana to Mombasa Kamoing Phil, from Baba's bedroom. Lakini mimi ni yellow. Ala? Okay. Bwaji hata amuogopi kondele. Amuogopi. Bwaji maina live in Kiambu. Asante sana Daniel Korir Gerard. Good morning to you mtoto wetu. Good morning to you mtoto wetu. Yida Kibrotich Lands. Good morning to you sir. James Kinutia. Good morning. Watching from Juja. Good morning to you sir. Catherine Madruku Patrick. Good morning. Timothy Barno. Good morning sir. Tuned in from Eldoret. Asante sana Twangu LD. Timoni aje, good to see you. This Ibrahim, good morning from Mogadishu. Watu Mogadishu habari yake. Judith Sang, good morning, watching you live from Ruaka. Karoki wa Masi uliza mheshimiwa KIRUGA THUKU, what happened to the tamaking of Kidhagatara Aruthi na Maironi Road? I come from Kagindu. Haya, na hiyo kesi imeanza mheshimiwa. Jonas Chepkwai, good morning sir. Good morning to you. Benjamin Saurei, so that you from Meru County. Watu wa Meru jambo. La Costa K, good morning Bitoku. Ukiona Matiangi uliza yeye kama Baringo ni sehemu ya Kenya ama Ukraine. By the way, Matiangi sijui aliendanga wapi. Matiangi mahali ulipo tafadhali tokea. SK Romney, good morning from Minnesota. Watu wa Minnesota jambo. Stephen Karori, good morning tuned in from Huruma Eldoret. Asante sana tu Huruma. Maliwa Justus, good morning. How much per meter? Haya, niandikie ujumbe alafu tutaweza kupigiwa simu haraka upesi. Please send me your number Maliwa Justus. Monga lita continue from Convent United Kingdom. Good morning to you my brother. Can I clear fast from Baringo? Watu wa Baringo jambo. Mishuki Waiganjo, good morning. Say I to mheshimiwa KIRUGA THUKU. Derek David watching live from Gilgil. Noni Belemso. Mama, nikikumbukanga KIRUGA THUKU voted no for BBI by himself in the whole county assembly of Nyeri. Despite intimidation, bribes and threats, I have served myself a glass of wine to watch this great Kenyan from uko mashinani ya Thika. Watu wa Thika, asante sana. Walimu Dharun from Cap to Make, maeneo ya Aldai, tuko pamoja. Asante Sammy Rungokei, good yellow from Laikipia County. Watu wako Laikipia kwa yellow. Wezi miwa. Kama things are becoming very elephant. Watu wa Laikipia Uriaga hiki. Alpha, good morning from James Sholei. I'm not happy concerning what is going on in Kerio Valley. Our government seems not concerned about the they have all the effort, but not concerned about, but they have all the effort aid in politics. Okay, Kim Kirwa, good morning guys. Kitale is tuned in. Chamugen alias, good morning. Be talked to you from Eldoret. Masikosge, good morning Jera. Good morning to you. Faith Jacob Nono, good morning Jera. Good to see you. It's indeed a very good morning to you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Haya, tunaanza na mambo mawili. Mambo ya Kerio Valley. I don't know what's happening with the government. The government has remained mum on what is going on in Kerio Valley. And another thing is, this is the Women International Day and it's not as happy as it should be. Yesterday what happened on Forest Road? Wanaume shida yenu iko wapi? Watu wa boda hapa, unajua nawapenda lakini wacheni kumbavu. Please, you know, when you go home this evening, please go and look at your wife, or if you have children, look at your daughter, and imagine that it's the same woman that you were harassing yesterday at Forest Road. What happened to that woman is very unfortunate, and I don't want anybody trying to explain it. It's nothing like that should happen to anybody. Not a man, not a woman. It should not happen to any other gender. Ikuwe ni mwanaume ama ikuwe ni mwanamke. It should not happen to anybody. And I mean, man, bana, maze, you know, there are things that we should not be doing in this century. We were not doing before, we should not be doing it now. We are supposed to be protecting these people. Even if you have a problem with someone, accidents do happen. This boda craze, I mean, maze ikifika mali sasa tunaweza sema watu wa boda tufunge hii kitu. Because we are not going to allow people to behave like that, like terrorists. Please, guys, what do you think, Mheshimiwa?
That was very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. And I think actually it happened last week. It is only that it came to light yesterday.
Oh, it happened last week, okay.
Yeah, I think it happened last week. It's only that the video was shared yesterday. That's what I got from the information that was coming through by last evening. And of course that was very bad. And it was even sad that some people were trying to introduce political dimensions to it. But like you say, this is beyond politics. This is inhuman. It cannot be explained away. It's wrong. In our assembly, some of my colleagues call me he for she because I seriously fight for women's rights. Now, you know, it's not justifiable. That could be someone's mom, that's someone's daughter, that's someone's sister, that could be your wife.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy, man. It's
crazy. We cannot allow this. And I don't even want us to say, I don't want to say, or to single it to the boda people. Because I did a post about it in my wall yesterday, and I said, it doesn't matter which profession you come from. That kind of violence against anyone, leave alone women, is wrong. And I want to commend our party leader, the Deputy President, His Excellency William Ruto. In one of our meetings with him, he put it categorically clear. Violence against women from any of the UDA candidates will automatically disqualify you from vying on our party. It's wrong, it's heinous, it should stop. Thank you very much.
All right. Mheshimiwa Mwangi wa Sammy, good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning.
What do you think? I mean, I've hardly slept because when the way I could see that woman screaming so helplessly, you know.
First of all, Gerald, I would want to say that good morning to the people of Laikipia, especially the people of Laikipia East. I was there during the weekend, and we had interactions in various locations. And what I want to say about the question that you've asked me, Gerald, our social fabric has really broken. We as a people have lost, you know, the moral fabric of our country has gone to the dogs. If frustrations, especially from the boda guys, can lead to such kind of violence that we saw in the video that was going around yesterday, you know, these are not even people who are interested in getting justice, especially if the lady maybe had knocked somebody down. Because as you could see, these are people who their minds were not even for the lady to come out and have a negotiations or a conversation about what has happened. These are people who are out to, you know, molest the girl. And you could hear the screams that were coming from the lady. I mean, it was heart-wrenching. You know, me, I'm a father of daughters. So when I was watching that, you know, my blood was running. And you see, those are the kind of situations where if you can imagine yourself in that kind of an environment, knowing that these guys have even in the past, you know, burnt people's vehicles and stuff like that. But this has gone too far now when you strip a lady naked, you know, trying to show that you're mad or something. It's not right at all. It's not right at all. I understand from the communication that was done yesterday by the National Police Service that they've arrested around 14 people. We want these people to really be, you know, used as an example to deter this kind of acts in the future. It is wrong, Gerald. I don't even want to discuss that further. We should not get there as a nation, especially now that we are headed to the general elections, where us as politicians from different factions, you know, try to use our young people to cause violence. We should not get there. I mean, we all know what happened in 2007, 2008, and we would not want to get back there. So please, as a people, let us be a brother's keeper. You know, let us not be like Cain when, you know, God was doing his rounds, asked him, where is your brother? And the guy said, I'm not my brother's keeper. Let us be our brothers and sisters' keeper. Because, I mean, can you imagine, Gerald, in that crowd of around 30 people, there was none. No one person could stand for that lady and say, please, guys, let's stop doing this.
Yeah.
It's so
including
unfair.
The man who was taking the videos.
It's so unfair. Even the guy who was taking and that is the problem we are facing today. I mean, you'll see somebody drowning. Instead of you trying to throw something for the guy to hold on to for you to save him, you're taking video and then share it on the social media. Where is our moral fabric, Gerald?
Yeah. Though Gerald, I think the guy who was taking the video, I think he was in his own way, his or her own way, because I don't know whether it was a lady or a man. He was helping that lady, and not only that lady, but millions of ladies in this country, millions of Kenyans, because you see how outraged we are. If we didn't get to see that video,
we would not know what had happened.
We would not have known. So that person who was not, who was taking the video, even if he was not, he or she was not at least going and saving the lady physically,
he was doing something.
He did a great justice to that lady. He did a great justice to a lot of Kenyans, because now people, you know, are so determined this cannot be allowed to go on.
And how do we end this then? Because I mean, it's not the first time that is happening. We've had these incidents where the boda guys have banned cars. They have terrorized people on the roads. Literally, this is terrorism. I don't actually even call it a crime. I don't call it. It's a terror. It's terrorism. It's a terror group. Yeah. How do you fix this? How do you fix this?
Thank you, Gerard. Okay, you know, I was so outraged. Allow me first to say my good morning. I was so incensed. So good morning to the people of Chinga, good morning to the people of Nyeri, and good morning Kenyans. Good morning to the Hustler Nation. It's a good morning, though things are not very good at times. We must make them good. So I think, Gerard, you are asking, what is the solution?
Yes.
I think, number one, we need to appreciate one fact. Unemployment is a great problem in this republic. But then again...
But these people are employed, bro.
Yeah, no, some of them are not employed.
Border is employment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that is why I was saying, because employment in the formal sector is not forthcoming, you know, this is a source of employment for millions of our youth. So what we need to do, we need to remove the criminal element from this industry. Because, you know, everyone agrees this border sector has spurred very positive growth in our economy. But then again, they cannot be a law unto themselves. And I'm saying this as someone who have seriously fought for the border people. In my area, there was a time there used to be very serious conflicts between the border guys and the police. And fortunately, you know, in an area like the grassroots area where I come from, we don't have, you know, indiscipline in such a magnitude like we saw in that incident. But then again, we need to act so that we safeguard this bad seed from spreading all over, because indeed, in most towns, you know, even that lady, if she had made an accident, I can tell you, she could just have been getting out of that scene because of the terrible, you know, situation she could have imagined would befall her. So the border people, the challenge is on them. They must start inspiring, you know, positive shade in the minds of Kenyans, so that even if I get into an accident with a border person, I can start there and nothing will happen to me. Otherwise, I think 99% of Kenyans, if they make an accident with the border person today, hawawezi simama.
Ni kweli.
Because you stop there, you have been longed, they come to buy your vehicle. So border people, the challenge is on you. You are our brothers and sisters, because I think even some ladies are there.
Yeah, it's true.
But it is a high time you change this mentality and this habit. You know, we are always right to shoot, because you know, wait there. Even if your colleague has died, don't take the law into your hands. Because like I was saying in my post yesterday, like that lady, she could have done a mistake, but the moment they started grouping her private parts, they lost it.
Of course.
It became a criminal offense on their part. Even if that lady had made whatever mistake or she had caused the accident, that was lost.
Yes.
Because all we could see, even the Chief Justice was saying it will be dealt with. So whatever they yell, those who committed that offense, they should
I mean, Gerald,
they will know they don't.
The boda sector, if properly aligned and properly structured, it has created a lot of employment for our young people.
Yeah, sure.
But then again, it has also become a serious pandemic in this country. Not only in terms of them creating chaos, but them also having a lot of accidents and health matters. All the hospitals in Kenya, I mean, including where I come from in Laikipia, they must have a wing to take care of boda people.
Guys. Okay.
You know, every other weekend we are having muchango for the boda guys because of accidents and stuff like this. Yesterday I saw a letter coming from the Boda Association of Kenya stating that what they need to do is that they need to register all the boda guys so that they can be able to know, because I mean each and every stage has its own grouping of boda, and that is the reason why you see kuna kila ka stage iko na boda yake kama 5-10. I mean these people know each other, and even the guys who are creating that mayhem yesterday, they know each other. Sure. I mean it's not that they
are not strangers.
Yeah, they're not strangers to each other. So what we need is just to have a proper structure and ensure that all these people are registered, they are known by the state, so that if somebody does something wrong, I mean, we've seen cases where even muggings, guys are using boda even to steal. You know, it's wrong, because the small percentage of maybe 5% is making the 95% of people who are earning honestly using boda to look bad. I mean, boda has come to really help so many things. Ukitaka kutumana kitu haraka, I mean, you just get your boda guy anakufanyia shughuli zako hapa na pale. Not all these guys are bad. So all we need is to have proper regulations and ensure that the industry is taken care of. Because I mean, if we say that today to scrap off boda, where will all those young people go to and women? I mean, we can't. Yeah,
and I think the same
way we
way
allowed them to be in the industry, but now what we need to do is regulate and make sure that these guys, you know, take responsibility of whatever it is that they do. And then I want to tell Kenyans, I know we are all frustrated. So, you know, these small things, isifanye, let it not be like a trigger, you know, like a time bomb that was just waiting to lipuka. You know, we are all going through a lot of frustrations in life. Life has become very difficult. So please, let us all calm down and try solve things amicably. Because I mean, we are all Kenyans. Nobody atatoka Kenya aende mahali ingine. So let us live as brothers and sisters.
The fact that life is difficult for all of us. You shouldn't make it any harder for someone else.
Exactly.
It's already difficult, it's already hard. Usifanye ikuwe ngumu kwa mtu mwingine. And we still had the same experience with matatu sector. You remember, it was so chaotic. But since the advent of circles, it's become more easy to manage matatu, because if you see matatu misbehaving, you just look for the circle. You say, gari ni ya sako fulani, this is a car that was involved in an accident, and at least they get to net them. So maybe we need to put borders in circles and tag them. Every boda should have a tag that they belong somewhere. You were traceable. So I was in Dar es Salaam over last year towards the end of the year, and I was asking what happens in Tanzania over the same. And now in Tanzania they have a special police force that handles boda guys. Specifically, at boda. And they operate a system where you send them pictures. So if I'm passing on the road and I see a boda has caused an accident, and maybe it's a bit chaotic and all that, you just take a snap and you send them. And they'll trace that boda less than an hour because they know the way they know it belongs to. Wakieka najua ni KIRUGA wanakuja kukuanda mahali huko.
Because they are all registered anyway.
Yes. And also, and I think also there's a big problem within also the motorist class. When you see your fellow motorist is being harassed because there were people who are driving on the same road as well. Now in Tanzania, lakini huko majamaa wanatokanga bwana. Ninasema bwana, ukiona mtu ukipita kwa barabara uone watu wanaleta chaos, hata unatoka. But
you see the problem is here.
Ama mtachomwa wote.
Watu wanaogopa, buji wote mtachomwa. So unless probably your gun holder upige risasi juu watu wapotee.
I mean, you don't know what is happening. But the truth is, you know in my case, you cannot harass a fellow human being as I watch. You see, I'll try to do something. But you see now the circumstances. Maybe dizo zinafanya watu wanafanya nini?
Wanaachilia. Okay, that's it. I hope we get to change the issues that we are seeing with the boda sector. Let's be more civilized human beings. Otherwise, this world will be very difficult for all of us to live in it. Kwenange waome, good morning, Gerald, tuned in from Laikipia. Salams to Mwangi wa SAMMY.
Salimika sana Kwenange. Huyo ali step down for our governor, former governor Joshua Irongo. He was a candidate for governorship. Sasa hii wame join hands. Niliona walienda huko Hustler Mansion wakashikana mkono. So
tutawatwanga sala hapo kisiasa.
Jamuga Elias,
the winning team.
Jamuga Elias, good morning, Peter, tuned in from Electoral. Masikoski, good morning, Gerald. Good morning to you, Faith. Jacob Nono, good morning. Kenei, it's first watching you live from Kabartonjo, Baringo County. Asante sana. Fred Chirchir, Chamge Gerald Bamwai. Waziri Matiangi Fred watching live from Kaptum Monande. Okay. Nagaja Afrika Sumu Dallas. Tuned in. Derek Dona maajabu. Hii show itanionyesha maajabu. Waka Waziri Matiangi anaona kutoka Aldai.
Chunga.
Derek David, yes, it should not be hiyo ni kumbafu watu wa boda. Karimi wa Mbae watching live from Stronghold. The issue is quite sad, very sad. Cleveland Otieno, good morning, watching live from Machakos County. Langat Geoffrey, ban boda like scrap metal. They'll understand what other Kenyans are going through. Okay. Boy child falling from Tesoland. Irene Wajiko, humanity and empathy are traits that are almost non-existent in our country. Very sad. Florence Waweru, hey, my able MCA, love your aggressiveness in serving our people. Asante sana.
Thank you.
Faith, no, not all border riders are rogue. Let the law be strictly enforced on them. Balozi Eric Meja following asante. Balozi Eric Meja anasema the solution to the border menace will come about after the August elections. Right now, no certain politician can touch the issue at all. The borders have metamorphosed to being a law unto themselves under the watchful eye of the government of Kenya. What the Ruto administration will need to do come September, hey, musha apisha. Come September is create.
Watulie wapangwe.
Amesema tupangwe. What to do in September? What the Ruto administration will need to do come September is create a separate traffic department from the regular traffic department within the police force to specifically deal with borders. This border department must have a boss with the rank of an assistant inspector general of the police and equipped with the right tools to handle these riders. Well at it, the Ruto government must sponsor a trip by this new department to visit countries such as Rwanda, Vietnam, Thailand, and Laos to see how they have successfully incorporated and installed discipline in this transport sector. Border. Oh, that's quite something. The solution to the border menace will come. I think you've written twice. Umeandika mara mingi. Robert Arab Tirit, good morning, Bitok. Those border guys should be a lesson to their circles. These guys have messed the society from Bomet. Siasa huku ni moto. Salimia wageni. Mambo ya Bomet ni hatari. Mambo ya Bomet ni. Robert Ndego Atlanta tuko. Salimia. Tetu MP. Ala? Niko na umubunga hapo Tetu na sina habari.
Chinga MC.
Niko na bunga watetu hapa.
Ni maombi.
Sema amen bana. Usikatae mate hawa.
Ni maombi.
Usikatae kwanza watu wa diaspora wanaona mbaya.
Sema tu amen, you know.
Haya, habari ya Laikipia wangewa Sammy?
Laikipia tuko sawa.
Bado yonaomba kiti ya
Laikipia East. Hii kiti ya Laikipia East na iko na joto kidogo kwa sababu unajua sasa Gerald sisi ndio underdogs kwa hii kiti ya Laikipia East.
Niliona uliama tena.
Unajua si kuhama ni kujialign tu Gerald. Ni kujipanga. Unajua ukikaa mahali kwa nyumba uone ni kama wanataka kukupanga kidogo, wewe mwenyewe unajipanga before upangwe.
Unajitoa kabla.
Sababu unajua Gerald tumekuwa kwa hizi streets na wewe kwa muda mrefu sana. Na hii kazi tumefanya ya siasa kutoka 2013. So mpaka mimi nimechoka. Tumejua ukiona dalili ya mvua unajua kutakuwa na manyunyu ama kutanyesha mvua kubwa sana. So wakati tuliangalia kwa hii nyumba ya Hustler tukaona ni kwamba ni kama kuna mchezo kidogo ambayo inakuja. Na sisi tunasema Gerald, it's important for our people to be given an opportunity to choose their leaders. And I don't think it's right for party leadership or a party to decide on what the people should do. We've seen issues within the UDA party. Very strong people who have been in the party for a very long time. Like for myself, I've been with the Hustler number 1 from 2013 because he's the one who gave me the certificate to run for a member of parliament in 2013 on URP ticket. Alinishika mkono akanipelekea bwana Francis Ole Kaparo, who was the chairman then, and then akanipeleka kwa bwana Chirchir, who was our secretary general, na wakanipatia certificate twende tukapambana na wangwana pale Laikipia East. So I've been with the deputy president for a long time, but we came to a point where we felt like UDA especially had been taken over by some incumbents who think that they have the mandate and priority to think and make decisions for the party in Laikipia, especially Laikipia East. So and then unajua kuna mahali siasa ikifika unaona mtakwaruzana sana. I mean especially for somebody like me who do not subscribe to the politics ya matusi, politics ya kuchimbana. I love doing clean politics, and my politics is development oriented. So I decided let us get a different vehicle that we can be able to articulate our issues to the people of Laikipia and Kenya at large, because I mean this platform here is a nationwide, including the diaspora.
It's international.
It's international. So that we can be able to articulate our issues and let the people decide on who they want to vote for. Yes, sir.
So unaona UDA mambo ni sege mnege pale Laikipia.
UDA pale ninaweza kuambia for sure wakienda ile direction wanaenda. Especially because tunasikia mheshimiwa kuna watu wanasema already wako na certificate. If you give, wacha nikwambie ndugu yangu, if you give that certificate to that especially one individual, you can be assured SAMMY will be your next member of parliament.
But when you run away, but when you
nakupa kidogo. Nimeona uko na swali hapa SAMMY. Acha kidogo nikupe swali alafu nimpe mheshimiwa kwa na join yake. Kwanza naona Nanyuki Greens anasema good morning. It's God following the discussion from Nanyuki. Hello to Mwangi wa SAMMY. Scott Bellis.
He's a very good friend of mine, and he's doing a lot of he's one of the young people who are doing farming as a business. It's commercialized farming, and that is something that I would want to tap into so that we can be able to teach our young
manifesto. Thomas Ochieng, good morning. GB following from Ugunja Market, Siaya County. On watu wa yellow huko Ugunja waogopi watu wa Nyanza. John Kibet, good morning. John Jagi anauliza SAMMY, who is your presidential candidate? Hiyo ni swali yako ndio nipeleke kwa mheshimiwa hapa.
My presidential candidate is Raila Amolo Odinga. I mean it goes without asking that as much as we want to, you know, to play safe politics, we also have to ensure that the direction that Kenya is going is a direction that we would want to have, you know, a firm hand, so that we can have a proper transition. And then, you know, hustler number one, tutampatia opportunity. Wakati unasikia hapa mbunge ameambiwa ni wateto, wakati anaingia teto MP na hustler number one anakuwa rais. Haya,
kwako umesikia mambo ya UDA pale, umesikia kidogo kuna malalamishi the complaints that are coming in from kina mheshimiwa hapa Mwangi wa SAMMY, amesema UDA huko kuna incumbents ni watu kama ni nyinyi ama ni watu wa gani?
Yeah, you know Bitok, eh? I sympathize with my brother because if you have boarded a vehicle, for example here at Tirum, and you are going to Nyeri, then you say you have a problem with the vehicle, you are right, then you board, you say you even want to travel in the big bus, but then again you board a bus heading to Mombasa. So you see now you are running away from the direction you are.
No, you'll board still one going to Karatina, and then Karatina you take another one.
Itarudi kwako. Acha
what he has done, he has basically rated a vehicle going to his direction, to his home direction. He has boarded a vehicle heading to Makidu. Getting lost. So the thing is this. In politics, there isn't, you know, things can never be said to be always very perfect. But the thing is, you know, kila mwanasiasa anakuwa na kile tunaita kwa Kiswahili tubojoto. Right? But eventually, even I myself am being challenged. You see? And in fact...
And you've not run away?
I can't. With me, you know, with me, in Nyeri County, I think we started there with Honorable Ligathi, Honorable Mukami. I think I was the third. The people who would come out openly. The politicians who would come out openly and say, I'm supporting William Ruto, I'm supporting Hasranish. And I've never deviated from that path. And you see, like now, so I was saying, like at this moment, I'm facing some very serious fight, and not from the people on the ground. You see, like these MPs from Nyeri, there is this Mheshimiwa Kalinikega, there is this Mheshimiwa Gujiri Wabugu, and our MP, my own MP, Honorable Mugambi. All of them are on my case. Because they are saying, huyu jamaa wa Ruto ni mtu mbaya sana. Tuchape kuchapa. But you see, tumalize kwa ground. Can you imagine? Hata ukienda kwa wale ya Gujiri Wabugu, utapata hapo ati kuna mtu ya Jubilee wanaleta kusimamisha huko kwa wadi yangu. Kalinikega wakienda mikutano huko, nasema wewe unatoka Shiga bas, I have a special interest there. MP wangu anakuja hapo anasema msichague huyu, mchague huyu. Unfortunately for them, unajua sisi as a nation ni wachapa kazi. Sasa rankings zimetolewa hapa, recognitions zimetolewa hapa. Na County Gala Awards. Out of 44 MCAs in Nyeri County, I've been voted number 1.
Nambari
moja kwa utendakazi. Sasa,
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Now, these MPs, they are not ranking anywhere. Yet, na wako huko sijui ati wanasema wako Jubilee. Na sasa ndio wakuja yule MCA namba moja kwa kufanya kazi, hata wanafikiri wananchi wa kwetu ni wajinga, waje wawaambie mtoe huyu, mtuletee sijui mtu mwingine hapa. Na and you know, in my ward, watu wetu wamepata shida sana. Kwa muda mrefu sana. Because every time someone would be elected, they would run away. Every time someone would be elected, they would run away. Now, for the last 5 years, watu wa hiyo ward wameona maendeleo ingine.
Hawajaiona dunia.
Hata wananiuliza hii mambo, wewe ayua mila koaka, unafanya? Sure, I'm not trying to blow my own trumpet. The people, in fact, the people of Chinga who are watching, because I know many of them are watching this program, I told them to watch. They can call in or even write and confirm. But the thing is this. I sympathize with my brother here because he's a good guy. But now
Tunakuja baba. Sammy. Unless you want to say you're not a good guy.
When you say he's a good guy, just let it rest.
No, he's a good guy, but now he's running away from the winning side. Now, I looked at him as he said here, he's supporting our opponent. And how can you spend so many days, right? Even he confirms here, His Excellency William Ruto helped him, to vie in the past. Then you come, you abandon your friend. Wait, relax, hold your horses. Now you see, the problem, many people in our region, because this is now this is where it brings us now. The problem with many people in the Mount Kenya region is based now on that argument. Now that my friend here, he was supported in the past. Sasa ameenda ametoroka. Our people don't have any problem at all with His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. None. But they saw with their own eyes the kind of work William Ruto did to bring this government into power. Right? So, our people have a great problem reconciling themselves to abandoning William Ruto and going to support not another person, but the same Raila Odinga, who was saying Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto belong to jail. You saw that headline? Did you? No, I don't want you to say. Bitok, can you come back to the discussion? I don't want you to just say, Can you tell me, did you see the headline that Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto belong to jail, coming from Raila Odinga? It was there. So, the thing is this. We are saying our president, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, has secured his legacy. The best thing he can do, because we want him to be the father of the nation. We want him, if there is a problem during elections between His Excellency William Ruto, whom I fervently support, and Raila Odinga, the person who could become the independent arbiter should be the president. He is the unifying figure in the nation. So he has secured his legacy. Unfortunately, it's getting eroded by his taking sides in the coming contest. We want him, and we would surely request him to remain, neutral. Okay. He is a statesman. He is our leader. We respect him. But yeye aashe tunyoroshe tinga aende nyumbani. Yeye kwanza ndiye alituambia munisaidie tutume hii mzee nyumbani asikuje kusumbua William huko mbele. Sasa tukamsaidia. Sasa tuko na shida tena atuambie kujeni sasa ile niliwaambia tufukuse turudishe. Unaona hiyo maneno? So sisi tunataka pahali tulikwamia, yeye akatuambia tumsaidie tufukuze kabisa. Asikuje kusumbua William huko mbele. Sasa tulimsaidia. Sasa tena amerudi. Anatuambia
amempea fare.
Ile jamaa aliambia tufukuze, tukafukuza. Hapana, wacha turudishe. Sasa asubuhi William. Sasa hiyo ndio tuko na shida na hiyo. Na sisi hatuna ubaya wowote na His Excellency the President. He's our man. We know him, but sisi usimamo yetu, ile kazi William Ruto amefanyia hii nchi. William Ruto, unajua watu hata huyu anajua, labda sasa amegeuka. Unajua watu wanaenda huko kwa Jubilee, unaona wameanza hata kushapana masubwi.
Wanasema alikuwa anasalimiana.
Ni salamu. Ni salamu, hiyo ni salamu tu mhesh.
William Ruto, ukweli ule ambao ni ukweli wa Mungu. Ni mchapakazi. Akiwa waziri wa agriculture, he became the first minister, and I think the only minister in the history of the independent Republic of Kenya to board the ceremonial presidential Land Rover, because Mzee Kibaki was so impressed with the man. Anamwambia wewe pada hapa juu. Pada hii kitu. Unionyeshe mambo. Unaona? And he managed to bring the prices of fertilizers down. Then from the agriculture ministry, he went to the higher,
Higher education. Okay.
Yes. Then he brought a lot of positive changes there. So I can tell you, together with my friend here, we're gonna get a hands-on president after August elections. God willing.
I don't
Ukae
know.
kidogo straight kwa kamera. Naona umesonga sana karibu unatoka kwa frame.
Ameanza kuogopa.
You're almost missing in the frame.
Ameanza kuogopa.
Si mambo na kuogopa. Everything has to be looked in its context.
Okay.
If you say that William Ruto did a lot in the Ministry of Agriculture, and you see his boss, when we had a meeting, he told us that one of the reasons why Kenya is where it is today is because of the mismanagement that happened within the Ministry of Agriculture. Not probably in the recent past, because it has to be gradual.
Who told you?
Because Kenya...
Who told you?
Kenya has...
No,
Let him finish.
No, but you know, this is THUKU.
He has said the president.
We won't allow him. We won't allow him.
Can you
Even in the
stop
assembly.
shouting?
Let him execute.
I'm not.
Let him execute
Let me
himself. He has said the
finish what I'm
president.
saying,
Yeah.
and
He has
then-
said the president.
And then you
But
can be able
even in the
to...
assembly,
He'll
there's
have
a
a
point
rejoinder.
of order. Exactly.
He'll have a rejoinder.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, talk, and then I'll talk.
No,
Because
which
I
question
don't
do you want to
I
ask?
don't
No,
like
the
shouting.
issue is this. No, I'm not shouting.
You're asking.
If you make an allegation here, you make an allegation that you see. Don't just come here and make allegations. You cannot substantiate.
He has said the president said.
In parliamentary practice, there is a point of order, and that is why I'm interjecting.
Okay.
If he alleges that
So what
William
is your
Ruto
point
did
of
something,
order? What is your point of
Okay.
order?
can you clarify what the deputy president did in the Ministry of Agriculture that has brought problems? Don't tell us you are told.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gerald,
let him execute
Gerald,
himself.
I like having a trail of thought.
Okay,
And
fine. Please execute your thoughts.
When Mheshimiwa you're talking, I'm very quiet.
Okay,
And
please
I would
execute your
want
part.
when I'm talking also, you give
Sawa.
me time,
Okay,
so
proceed.
that you don't interfere with my trail of thought.
Okay, please,
Now
proceed, sir.
you've lost me in the process.
Are you still there? Or it has disappeared?
What I'm saying, Gerald, is the Ministry of Agriculture it should have been the backbone of our economy today.
Okay.
Because initially, the government had a plan to have subsidies to our farmers.
Okay.
The government had a plan to ensure that the food baskets in the country are taken care of so that we can be able to be food secure in our region. We highly understand that, we've been having a lot of issues to do with even our NCPBs, issues, allegations with even the former cabinet secretary who comes from my area. And we even saw during one of the fairs, I think it was Nairobi show, where the president almost, talked in Kikuyu and castigated the Kiunjuri, telling him that these things you guys are doing are not good. Because, the president felt that the people who are supposed to be benefiting from even the payments, the farmers who, plant their maize, wait for 6-7 months, do the harvesting, take this to NCPB, and then they have to wait for years for them to be able to be paid. Those are some of the issues that the president was talking about. And when Mheshimiwa says that William Ruto did very well in the Ministry of Agriculture, we have to look at it in context, because during that time we also had a scandal that really even made the former Prime Minister remove him from the docket, and then he was reinstated by President Kibaki. So when we talk about things, let's also talk about them in context, so that we don't mislead Kenyans. Because at that level of the former Prime Minister, he had all the intel about whatever it was that was happening in the Ministry of Agriculture. So he could not have just fired His Excellency William Ruto for doing nothing. So Mheshimiwa, when we say something, let's just also put it in context, so that Kenyans can be able to make decisions based on facts, not allegations of here and there.
Okay.
Yes.
You haven't rejoined us, sir?
Yes, of course, definitely. You see, my brother here, he is just making, allegations just hot air. Because, you see, for one, Honorable Raila Odinga had usurped powers that were not his and purported to sack the deputy president. Then he was the minister of Agriculture. Yeah, by then he was the minister of Agriculture. And the decision was rescinded within minutes, right? And, you know, Kenyan politics have a lot of hypocrisy in them. Okay. You know, in the history of our nation, no other leader have had the temerity and the capacity to go, and I hope my brother is listening.
I'm listening, Mahesh.
To go and swear themselves, right, as the president of this republic, you know, which is a treason. It is treasonable. You know, that person, you know, treason.
The people's president.
No! You was even trying to, you people, you are talking here and you have banished Miguna because of that people's president you are talking about.
Miguna anaweza rudi Kenya.
Treason, tutamrudisha tu serikali ya hasara. Serikali ya hasara ikishukua.
Yeye anakataa kukuja.
Anakataa aje na mnamkataza. So, the point is this. You know, what my brother here is talking about happened before the current government. And the truth is, despite however much these guys will try to mudsling William Ruto, listen, and you know, the fact remains he is a hard-working government officer. Okay. They cannot rob that from him. Now the issue is this. After all that, when President Uhuru Kenyatta was looking around for a running mate, he settled on His Excellency William Ruto. Because, and I remember when we went there, they were being given their certificate. The president, in his own words, said, Deputy President William Ruto, I look forward, my brother, to working with you. You know, and he even pointed out, you know, the strong points associated with the deputy president. He's hardworking, you know, ni wa kusema na kutenda. You see? And things went very well during the first term of the president. Okay. Mambo sasa hapa imeanza kubadilika. Wakati imefika wakati, you know, during the first time, tuliambiwa ni miaka yangu 10 na the president, na ndugu yangu William 10. Unaona? Sasa mambo imebadilika wakati tumeingia sasa. Ndio tupatie William Ruto, story ikabadilika. Na hiyo ndio inakasirisha watu wetu. Okay. Sasa kuja kusema kama vile ndugu yangu anasema hapa, I don't know, he did what, na kama ile upuzi ingine tulikuwa tunaambiwa, sijui alikuwa anataka kuangusha ndege wapi. Alikuwa anataka kuangusha ndege na rais bado akaja akamshukua, akamfanya na running mate wake. You know, these people should stop joking with the intelligence of Kenyans. Do you know, leo hii mtu yeyote akijaribu kucheza na usalama wa rais, awe nani ama nani, awe nchi hii ama nje ya nchi hii, vitego vyetu vya usalama vitakuwa viko katika hali ya kugundua jama kama zile. So, and these people are making these allegations so casually, not knowing they are stupid allegations that can ban this republic. Okay. You see? So, the thing is this. Unajua, kwetu tunasema, unajua ndege wakati anapaa, na kashoka zaidi, anaweza kutua popote. Okay. Right? Now these guys, they are coming, conjuring up all kind of allegations against William Ruto to try and bring down his popularity. Okay. But, unfortunately, for them, William Ruto doesn't just engage in idle arguments. His Excellency William Ruto comes here, he tells his supporters, guys, it's a high time we stopped concentrating about us leaders, about the big people. Let our agenda be about the common wananchi. That is where we have come with this model, bottom-up economic model, which essentially means, you know, empowering the common wananchi. But all these guys do. You even wonder when they will campaign for their candidate and when they will campaign for themselves. Because all they do, bottom up, this way. Bottom up, this way. Bottom up. Wengine kama huyo mbuga huko Nyeri town. Wewe enda kwa wall yake ya Facebook. Ruto this. Ruto that. Ruto. Hata namwambiaga at times, boss. Si hata usiku utaenda by mistake uanze kuita mama Ruto.
You know, Gerald, he who alleges must prove. I want to debunk, what he's saying about the guy who raised allegations during Moses Kuria's homecoming. You know, the Livondo. Guy, yes, Livondo. He talked about very, sensitive and contentious national security issues. And the following day, the guy went to DCI to apparently take his evidence and record statement with the institutions that are entrusted by the country to do the investigations. So I believe that should not worry Kenyans, because I mean we have an intelligence service. Kenya works with the international community. So I mean we are okay. So if Livondo alleges, let him prove. That is something that I wouldn't want to get into, because it touches on our national security. What I want to tell my friend here, it's not we are alleging, it's not allegations, because I mean at the end of the day, all politics is local, and politics is about interests. Even for His Excellency William Ruto, and I respect him so much, and I mean he also has his own interest, and that is his interest is for Kenyans, and that is why they are selling their bottom-up economy, which even some of the principals don't seem to really understand. They keep on giving us different explanations. The other day I saw one of your core principals with a bottle of water trying to explain bottoms up, and now I don't even know how he's explaining it.
That was before he got saved like you. That was before you got saved like you.
I don't know what has changed. So Mheshimiwa, what I'm saying is at the end of the day, Kenyans will go to the ballot on the 9th of August, and they're going to elect their leaders all the way from MCAs to the presidency. And Mheshimiwa keeps on saying that wanajali wa Kenya. In fact, the only person I think who really cares about Kenyans is MWANGI wa Iria, with his chama inaitwa
Ng'ombe.
Usawa party. With Kiragu, the Secretary General, he was my junior at Tegidi Secondary School. When I was in Form 4, he was in Form 3. I mean, the guy just decided that, let's scrap all these, party nomination fees so that our hustlers can be able to join in. I mean, I think UDA has the highest rates in terms of party primaries nomination fees. So when you talk about mwananchi wa kawaida, when you talk about Mama Mboga, at what point will Mama Mboga afford to run for member of parliament when you're charging 250,000? Seriously. When you talk about mtu wa boda boda, at what point is this mtu wa boda boda coming to the table to have discussions? Because I mean, you also have to consider that if you're not on the table, you're on the menu. So if these guys, if this boda boda and Mama Mbogas are not on the table, then they are part of the menu. So Mheshimiwa here and the UDA are just using these guys to, as a bridge to get to the other side ya Canaan, and then wakifika pande ile ya Canaan wavurute daraja. These guys are left alone. So what we are saying is, as much as we are talking about the bottoms up and
not bottoms, bottom.
Oh, it's not bottoms up.
You guys, you love bottom.
And the trickle down economy, these two they have to merge at some point. None can happen without the other. The bottoms up, I mean, you're empowering these people so that they can be able to, contribute to the national kitty, and the national kitty trickles down to the counties and to the Mama Mbogas, so that you can be able to empower them. I mean, it's a two-way traffic. There is no trickle down without a bottom up economy. There is none, because Gerald, It's about empowering every Kenyan to pay taxes. When the taxes are collected, they go to National Treasury, a budget is done. From there, mheshimiwa here huko Nyeri wanapata their allocation. Wakishapata hiyo allocation, that is how mheshimiwa here is able to, na walikataa tupitishe BBI. Mheshimiwa here angekuwa na kiti ya 5% of whatever is being sent to Nyeri County to be able to control. And hiyo mambo wanasema sijui 50 billion ya kuweka kando ya kusaidia mama mboga, you could have had it, because if you calculate each and every of the 47 counties given a 5% ward development fund, I mean that is money enough for you mheshimiwa to lift the lives of our people. But the problem is we didn't sit down to look at this document and say, what is it good for our people? What is in it that is good for our people? Right now, Gerald, I can tell you, and Mheshimiwa here can also confirm, the biggest headache that both the presidential candidates have. Okay, let me not say both, because I was having a meeting the other day with His Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, and he told me he's also on the ballot. I was talking to JB's team, and they told me that JB will also be on the ballot. So, and we also have the musicians. The musician, he will also be on the ballot. So, I mean, the biggest headache that they have right now is how to pick a deputy president. But you see, BBI was turned to look like it was just about positions at the top and nothing else. We, you know, tulitupa maji na karai na mutoto yote tukarusha nje. Now we are having the headache because I saw the other day they were trying to move the allocation from 15% to 35%. Those are the same things that we could have done with the BBI. Some of those things could have been done without going through that process. But for us to make radical changes within the constitution, I mean, Deputy President, I think it was when we were promulgating the 2010 constitution, he said, how is it logical for a county like Kiambu to have one women rep and one senator, the same representing all those people, million plus voters, the same as Lamu, which has like 100,000 county. I mean, those are things that will have to change using a referendum, and it might take time. But I'm telling you, be it Raila Odinga, be it William Ruto, for him to have a cohesive country that feels that we enjoy being Kenyans, he will have to do it. Okay. They will have to do it also.
Haya,
yes.
Yes. They will have to do it. Kuna rejoinda ndio tusonge na
na agenda nyingine. You know my brother here. And like I said, he's a good man who seems to be deviating from the good path. Because you see, the issue of BBI that he is alluding to here, why did we have to take the word fund to the BBI? You know, BBI, it had some sweeteners, right? And those are the ones they keep harping on. It had some sweeteners, the word fund, I don't know what. Yet, Honorable Irubu Kangata brought the issue of the word fund. And in fact, he took a motion to the Senate. He was trying to urge the members of the parliament to pass it. Why didn't they pass it there?
Okay.
Right now, we have a budget there, right? Why don't they, you see, use those figures now they are telling us in the BBI to give the money? You know, it's not good. You know, when you tell us, and I think some of our people are suffering from myopia, political myopia. Because when you take judiciary ombudsman and you give the role of appointing that person to the president, right? Or to the executive, you know, you are even, you know, you are going against the principle of the division of power within the government.
Separation of power.
The separation of power. So, you know, with me, I stood in the assembly. I voted no.
Na mulipatanga magari, by the way?
Mimi siku
magari walipata.
Mimi sikuona.
Walipata magari?
Walipata.
Mimi
walipewa 5 million kila mtu.
Mimi wale walipewa.
Lakini walipata?
Mimi sijui. Hata sikutaka kujihusisha.
Unauliza?
Sikutaka. Manake mimi sikutaka mtu anipatie. You know, you cannot pay for my conscience. You know, you cannot pay me to go against my conscience. And that is why I have been very steadfast. Nyinyi mnashapa Mheshimiwa William Ruto hapa, mimi nasimama na yeye because I'm convinced in my conscience. BBI wakati zetu huko kwa assembly zetu, mimi nikafuatilia hiyo mambo yote, nikaongea na watu yangu, nikaongea mpaka na wale washugaji wa makanisa. We concluded this thing is not genuine. Despite having, you know, some sectors kama hiyo wanasema hapa ya kugawanya wasijui wananchi ni weji katika one constituency, that's basic common sense. Nobody is arguing against it. But you can deal with it without bringing it to BBI.
Can in parliament.
Yeah, you can deal with it in parliament. But BBI was meant to provide or to create seats for some people, right? It was meant to help Raila Odinga to ascend to the presidency. That is why it has fallen to this point. And the thing is this, because my brother have said it here, the issue of the deputy president, you know, me, I just don't believe that is the biggest challenge we have as a nation. That is not our biggest challenge. That is what just one person. Na hiyo kiti, at the end of the day, atakuwa naenda kwake kwa bibi yake na watoto wake. What we want, and this is what we have been made to sink in our minds in the UDA and the Hasra nation. It is beyond, seeing beyond ourselves. Right?
Okay.
We see now, we want William Ruto to be the president. It is not just about William Ruto, and that is what William Ruto have been trying to explain. It is about William Ruto being the president and leading a team that will revolutionize the way things are done in this country.
Okay.
But you see now, my friend here, you know,
Gerald, let me tell you, nobody runs for a political seat without an intention of winning. Even from William Ruto to Raila Odinga to Kalonzo Musyoka to myself and Mheshimiwa, we are all running to win. So you cannot just say that you are running so that you can empower people. No, the first thing is you run to win, and then when you win, you can be able to articulate your agenda, and that is the reason why people come up with a manifesto, so that after you take power, you can be able to implement what it is that you had in mind. But you cannot implement anything when you're outside there. You have to win.
That is the thing.
You have to win. Yes. No, so you cannot keep on saying that BBI was supposed to take Raila to presidency. Because I mean, they are all running to be presidents.
Yes.
Otherwise, if they are not running to be president, what's the point?
But you see what I'm saying. You see the way now they are running away from reality. I don't know what happens when people go to that.
Which reality?
Because
which reality?
I don't know, because
which reality?
The reality is this.
Yes.
Okay.
Like we elected President Kibaki to be the president of Kenya. Kibaki won the presidency, and it was not about him. Look at the way things changed in this country.
Okay.
That is why we are saying, and that is what we are saying, that as we head to the next elections, we want a person we can associate with development. See how Pelenu complain every time. So what we are saying is, look at the track record of the presidential candidates we have. Of course, William Ruto beats all of them hands down. And even him...
In terms of what?
In terms of working.
What do you mean in terms of working? Raila Odinga started fighting for a democracy even before I was born.
Yeah,
so if you talk about track record, also put it in context.
Let's move on.
Put it in context. Don't just say development.
You know, there is someone who will be very good in activism.
Let's move on.
For example, no, we shall. But look, there is someone who will be very good in activism. Our friend here is becoming very good in activism. But what we want people who can serve this nation
leadership
beyond mere activism.
Let me tell you, Gerald, I mean, in South Africa, when Mandela came from prison, the country was differentialized, okay? And he needed to put the country together. And now that is what we need, because right now, as we are speaking, the reality is Mheshimiwa. the country is split in the middle. Right in the middle. In fact, both sides of the government, Kenya Kwanza with all the Wetangula, Mudavadi and the others who will join in, and this other side, the presidency, the Raila Odinga and the other guys who will join in, they've split the country right in the middle. And when you take the presidency, let's say for instance, God forbid, William Ruto takes...
No, come on. How can you say God forbid?
Takes the presidency.
He
will have to be the president of the Republic of Kenya.
Yes.
Exactly.
Not necessarily the hustler nation. He will even be my president.
Exactly.
And that is the same thing
He
that
will be.
President Uhuru Kenyatta did. And there's a narrative that has been running within the Mount Kenya region that Uhuru Kenyatta ameachilia watu wake. I mean, the guy had to balance Gerald.
Okay.
For a long time, even during Kibaki's time, people complained a lot that Central, kila kitu ni Central. In fact, I even saw some polling that was done stipulating ati sijui mkubwa wa nini ni Kikuyu, sijui the other areas of the country felt left behind. And when President Uhuru Kenyatta came in, he realized for us to bring the country together, and this is a point that Mheshimiwa we have to agree on, because it's a fact. For him to bring the country together, he had to work with everybody.
Okay.
And that is the reason why today His Excellency the President can be able to go to Kondele na asimame huko without even his brother Raila Odinga, because those people now feel that we have had development that we should have had in the first place. Because when you are elected a president, you carry everybody along. Gerald, ukizunguka hii nchi leo utafikiria Kenya is a construction site. It doesn't matter where you go. Central, Rift huko munatengenezewa huko, niliona Eldoret inatengenezewa ma overpass huko, hata uwezi elewa kama ni Nairobi ama ni, look at Mombasa, look at Kisumu, everywhere, look at Northeastern. For the first time. I mean,
haya ngwana tusongeni. Please
Gerald,
guys, let's
just a small one.
I think we've been for 1 hour we've been dwelling on that. Let's move.
Yeah, but one small one.
Okay.
Nobody is having any problem with the constructions that are going on. And they are going on and they are being done by the government that William Ruto supported to come into power. Not the one that was supported by
haya msaidia simu hapo usikie. Bunge la Mwananchi jambo. Bunge la Mwananchi, good morning. Jambo. Jambo Bunge la Mwananchi, good morning. Good morning. Bunge la Mwananchi jambo.
Anaitwa Mwangi.
Good morning. Start up again.
Kama naweza kulikumbuka.
Anza tena baba. Good morning.
Mwangi, mambo namna gani Sammy?
Niko salama kabisa mwenzangu.
Mimi naitwa Maina, tulikuwa na Rongai pale daktari.
Maina uko kule USA.
Yes.
Nashukuru sana my friend. How have you been?
Long time my brother. Nimekuona kwa kipindi yetu na unakuja na mrengo mbaya.
Lazima Kenya tunyoroshe my friend. Unajua mambo ni kujipanga.
Sema ni mrengo mbaya.
Tutapatia Bitok namba, lazima tutaongea. Sasa bwana Bitok, mimi niko nasema hivi.
Brother.
Sasa hii maneno tukileta watu kwa panel hapa, mimi nataka watu wanaongea agenda, hapana siasa. Kwa sababu hii nimesikia ni siasa tu, ni siasa, lakini kama tukileta agenda, watu wa Azimio wanasema watafanya nini, watu wa Kenya Kwanza watasema nini, kama kuna okoka wataweza kuokoa, wanaitwa okoka, wanaitwa aje Mwangi.
Sawa, hiyo ni sawa Maina.
Haya.
Asante.
Lakini nimefurahi sana, mimi napenda hiyo morali iko hapo na hao wawili wanaamini. Wanapiga siasa.
Asante.
That is the spirit we want for the youth.
Thank you so much. Thank you Maina.
Yes.
And say hi to the family.
You too, thank you.
Okay.
Haya, leta habari yako ya leo Maina.
Habari yangu ya leo, mimi nasema tu tuendelee kupigia UDA campaign.
UDA very asanti. UDA very
naona unaniruka wewe. Na unajua tunaleta na unajua baba anakuja tufanye fundraising huko.
Akinifanya tu hakuna fundraising nyingine tunafanya
watumia ile nyingine walishagisha huko mbele.
Hatuwezi fanya pay bill saa hii tunacheza na big boys. Asante.
Nakusikia Maina, endelea. Amemaliza. Haya sawa Maina, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's a pleasure. Watu wangu wa America. Nambari ni 779-800-010. Bunge la Mwananchi liko wazi. Nambari ni 779-800-010 au 779-800-010. Bunge la Mwananchi liko wazi. 779-800-010 au 779-800-010. Asante. Haya, nimeona pia kuna comments hapa kidogo. Taniangalie. Let me see. Okay, Facebook nani wako hapa? Manu Emmanuel, Robert Ndego, nilikuwa Manu Emmanuel anasema good morning great people, blessed day Goranias to way. Say to my friend Honorable KIRUGA through MCA Chinga ward. William Mwangi wa SAMMY is Wangu Ngirishi of Laikipia. He's not in Jubilee by choice but by cowardice. Angengoja and face the bull by the ons condemnations. Ameongea kama Uhuru. It's without reason. Okay, Madhenge Wagioko. Nasema my MP. Asante Kirago KJ. Listening to my MCA Kiruga Thuku. Cyrus Wanjiku. BBI was a good idea. That never was. However, the campaign seemed to target DP Ruta as a person. Okay, Oshua Kiboy. Good morning. My name is Matthew. One question for MCA Kiruga. As we were campaigning for you last time, we promised Chinga youth ways to have jobs. Have you fulfilled the promise? And if not, what will you do if elected again? Benson Mwenda, who is not together. Anasema nani hawako pamoja ndio unasema unataka kutanisha watu. Rafael Kibichi asked him, didn't Uhuru know that Kenya wanted to be one in his first term? Uhuru has done political deceit at its best. Okay. Oshua Kiboy, Mwangi wa SAMMY, according to your argument, is not by choice. You are an aspirant using Jubilee just because you don't have a choice.
No. We have a choice because I can go independent. We can go independent. I mean, it's not about choice. It's not about choice. Wewe mwezi wanauliza barabara na sijui kama ulitengeneza.
Atajibu. Acha nimalizane. Mtakuwa nafasi ya kuweza kurudi kuzungumzia wananchi. John Jaga anasema if these are the people who are doing Baba's bidding, kuna shida. I doubt if he's genuinely supporting Baba. Nimrod, I like Honorable Thuku. There is no but I agree. It's always come out to support the Asla, always nation Asla. Okay, Joel Gibber, Honorable Thuku is a real tackler. Thomas Ochieng, truth be told, like him or hate him, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto PhD is a performer, did very well as a Minister for Agriculture and Higher Education. Joel Gibber, when will Azimio start selling their manifesto? This is because all they do is make fun of bottom-up economic model. That was a check.
Who is making fun?
Maybe when we come back, we'll talk about the manifesto.
We are just talking facts.
No, not facts.
We are just talking facts.
Thomas Ojeng, BBI was fraudulent. Led that of SAMMY. Of SAMMY. Okay. Of SAMMY.
SAMMY of SAMMY.
SAMMY. In English, SAMMY is of SAMMY. Okay.
Is of SAMMY. Yes.
Know that voters are not foolish. 50 billion is stimulus package. No tokenism like the 6K proposed by Azimio gang. Okay. Mother Mutua, Raila has never fought for anyone's democracy. He has all through been fighting to become the president of Kenya.
Exactly.
Son Kibbs, good morning Gerald, and the panelist as was SAMMY. When Raila was Langata MP and Minister of Roads, then what are the tangible things that he delivered? What of Momo fighters can all be presidents because they vote for Uhuru, for democracy? Thomas Ochieng, how is Kenya together when the two cannot even agree on anything? In Kondele, did WSR just replace Uhuru of 2017 in terms of political aid? Tusidanganyane. Some keeps, we can't reward someone because he fought for democracy. Let Raila give us his account on what he did. Okay. All right, that is it from the tacklers this morning. Amaino Anjoki, glad to see Sammy Wangi and good to see him articulate sana on his issues. Sammy Riongengi, ambia Mwangi wa SAMMY acha hide out. Ainge UDA akutana na wanaume. Haya, nambari ya simu ni 0779 800-010. Bunge liko wazi. Bunge la Mwananchi liko wazi. Nambari ni 0779 800-010. 0779 nambari bunge la Mwananchi liko wazi. 0779 800-010. Bunge la Mwananchi liko wazi. Nambari ni 0779 800-010. Haya, mnaweza respond hiyo kidogo umesikia.
Haya. acha nianze kitu moja. Kuna haya maswala. There are those issues I have heard being raised by our people about the development in our area. You see, in Nyeri County, and I really want to thank my governor, His Excellency Mutahi Kahiga. What we did once we were elected, we sat down with him, and in Nyeri we have been having a mini version of the bottom-up economic model. Because we agreed each MCA in the 30 wards will be getting 30 million worth of projects, which will be going down. You go to your ward, you bring projects.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
We don't have such kind in LAIKIPIA.
Exactly. They go directly to the
Mulianza bottom up kitambo.
We can say
that's a progressive. That is a very progressive.
Mini bottom up,
Yes.
because of course we have not dealt with it the way
policy through the law.
The way William Ruto explains it. You know, William Ruto says munajipanga kikundi, you get soft loans, tunaweka nguvu wale wako pale chini. So I can tell you, Nyeri County, hata umesikia ikiruka sana inakuwa namba moja. But what happens, and this is what is good for our people to know.
Okay.
When COVID came, that money had to reduce because you see COVID, the fight against COVID took up a lot of resources.
Yes.
Yeah. So we brought it back to 15 million. And in my ward, I have 8 sublocations. 8 sublocations, you see, if you take 15 million, it is slightly less than 2 million for every project. So what we have been doing, you cannot take money just one area. So if I do a project in one area, or I take a project to the county government from one area, people will still say we have this and that project. But the truth of the matter is, there is no other ward leader in our area who have achieved the kind of development we have achieved. Because we have sealed all the loopholes, corruption loopholes. Work has to be done. We oversight seriously. Then on this issue of youth employment, of course, let no leader come and lie to you that he can individually cause people to be employed.
It's true.
Nobody can do, even the MP. Even with me, I'm just an MCA. Let them show me what. Even the president, when he was our MP there, he cannot just come there and say from today, 1,000, 2,000 youths have been employed in government. What you do...
There's no magic.
There is no magic that can be done. With me, I don't want to lie about that one. But what you can do is when there are opportunities, you try to see that the system is fair, such that, like we have been having interns in, they are being taken in the county. I make sure my ward gets its rightful share. You see now that empowerment on the ground. For example, recently, I started a project of, providing goat manure to our farmers. People may not realize or may not see this as a good source of employment directly, but you see, it boosts farming, and as everyone in the society benefits, our young people too can benefit. Also, the best investment one can make is in the human resource. In my ward, for the last 9 years, all the class 8 students, when they are going to do their standard 8 exams, like the ones that are ongoing right now, I personally provide them with geometrical sets. That one, and when I go there and we talk with them, you put it in their minds that indeed they can become important people in the society. That is important even more than giving people money out there or buying beer to people out there. So, we have had a very good run at the grassroots. Me, I thank God. And it is not by a fluke or by chance that you can even hear that in the whole of Nyeri County, we are being recognized as the #1 MCA. It is not by chance. It is because we have put serious efforts in changing the lives of our people. Some areas had no roads. Some areas, they were landlocked, and we have brought about a serious change. The only problem I have, and because I normally say there hakuna watu wa county na watu wa national government. Sisi ni viongozi wa hawa watu wote. Huko kwetu kuna challenge hapo ya kama hiyo nilisikia mtu hapa akisema barabara hiyo ya kutoka Githagara kupanda Kagisha. Of course we are fighting because even Mzee Kibaki had promised us that road would be done. Tuko na hii barabara nyingine imetoka Geshishe, imeenda Mumboini, imeenda Kagisha, imeenda Muirungi. Hiyo barabara bado tunapigana. At one time I led a demonstration there. I was even arrested. Kuna pia tuko na shagamoto kidogo na makontrakta wadogo hapa na pale. Lakini tunaweka mikakati, hayo mambo lazima yafanyike. And of course, you know, there has been this political interference because as some people have been trying to fight the UDA, including the local leadership in Othaya. Sasa wamekuwa wanajaribu kutumia provincial administration. Sisi tunakuja pale tunafanya mradi kama Chinga Community Hall. Mimi nimeenda pale request 5 million. Nimekuja pale tumefanya ukarabati wa Chinga Community Hall, tumechange mapa, hiyo adjacent Chinga Community Library. Alafu wanakuja wanafuga hall. Wanasema ati ni kitu ya kukontroliwa na administration. Yet it's a community based organization, that hall. Na hatuwezi kuwaruhusu. And these are the things I'm telling you. Jubilee imekuwa na visanga vingine very very funny. Just because I invited people there and I told them we are going the UDA way. Hata juzi governor alikuwa hapo na akakamishon hiyo hall. So Jubilee waashe hii tu upuzi kidogo because they are not endearing it to the people. Okay. Let's follow the rule. Sisi tulishawahi tukiongozwa na our party leader, our presidential candidate, Mheshimiwa William Ruto. Tumesema wakitushida fairly, tutakubali. Lakini tutawanyorosha, na ndio tumesema sisi tutakuwa na
parallel tallying center.
Sio parallel. Hata sio parallel tallying center. What we want, it's somewhere we can be, you know, tunachukua hizo wale agents wetu in all the polling stations. Wanatuma hizo results as they are. Anapiga picha, anatuma. You see? You know, transparency. There is no problem with transparency.
But Gerald, my question is
alafu tuende kwa agenda. Kila mmoja wenu atupe agenda.
You see,
na dakika 30 zimebaki.
Yeah, you see, they are talking about free and fair elections. They've been in government for the last 10 years. If we had a fair elections in 2013, if we had a fair elections in 2017, we did the same things. I mean, results zilikuwa zinapeperushwa kutoka kwa the polling. Gerald, wewe na mimi tumekuwa kwa hii Jubilee for the longest time. For the last 10 years tumekuwa kwa hii serikali. So we know what was happening in 2013 and 2017. So what makes them think that this time it will be different? It will be the same thing. To answer some of these guys who are talking about the party, ati kuja ungangane na wanaume. Siasa si mambo ya kungangana na wanaume kwa nominations, hapana. Siasa ni kupatia Wanjiko an agenda na ku make sure that you present yourself to the ballot and let the people decide who it is that will take you know, the mantle for the next 5 years. Because Gerald, you and me know, and Mheshimiwa here knows that no one party in Kenya today can win in elections. No one party can win. And that is the reason why right now all the, you know, front runners, the presidential candidates, are trying to formulate coalitions, because these coalitions are the ones that we run. So you cannot tell the people who will come with Musalia Mudavadi that now you have to kill ANC so that you can run on UDA. The same to do with Wetangula and the others who will join. The same to do with Baba with his ODM. Sisi tunakuja kama Jubilee na wale wengine pia wakikuja, they will also have a platform to have their candidates run on their own parties. So the mwananchi at the end of the day is the one who will decide, because I mean kura ni ya mwananchi na yeye ndo ata decide ni mlengo gani na ni kiongozi gani, because Gerald, you have to agree with me that politics is local. pale kijijini. As mheshimiwa is talking about pale Udhaya, my family comes from Kagonye. So Chinga naijua hapo, hata hiyo ya majani hapo najua. Wakati tulikuwa wadogo shosho alikuwa tunabeba majani tunapeleka hapo kwa factory. So I understand the people down there, what they want is a mheshimiwa who can be able to articulate, aende awatete na watafutie, because at the end of the day it's not just about passing laws and talking in parliament at the county assembly or the national assembly. You'll also have to go a step further, Gerald, and talk to the national government, be in good books with them, so that you can be able to kata ile national budget pia, you know, you upelekee watu wako. Our neighbor and our director of elections, Kanini Kega, if you go to Kieni today, and Mheshimiwa will attest to that, my friend, that guy has done almost 400 kilometers of tarmac. Some of them he's even donating to our Laikipia side. So he's connecting the whole place, and he's an MP. So what is it that there are some MPs who go to parliament and are able to do those kind of developments, and there are others who not only they don't talk in parliament, you've never heard them even ask for a cup of water, and they are not even bringing those developments to Mwananchi. Those are the questions that needs to be asked. And I want to ask our people, when you go to the ballot, please identify the kind of leader that you want to be with for the next 5 years. Because the leader that you are going to elect, you will not have an opportunity to remove them in office. We know the process of hata tukitaka kutoa mheshimiwa hapa as the MCA, it will take 5 years, na hiyo 5 years ako kwa ofisi. You remember what Moses Kuria tweeted the other day, that the person who is declared by IEBC, that is the leader. Hii ingine ni kipindi, kwa sababu utashinda tu hapo kotini, unapewa date ya next year, 5 years inaisha, mheshimiwa anarudi na anatafuta kura tena. So who will be identified and declared by IEBC, that will be your leader for the next 5 years. So people should identify, look at the track record of the leaders that will be on the ballot, and know that this guy or this lady we can be able to work with for the next 5 years.
Bitok, there is something I wanted, because my brother here, you know, at times I don't want to talk when he's talking. But there is something I want to bring to focus.
Okay.
And allow me, because sorry for taking you a bit back. When BBI first came, we were told it was about uniting the country.
Okay.
The $1 million question is, did it unite the country?
Okay.
The answer is no. And all of us here, including him, know that it is no. It is split the country down the middle. You see, one of the major challenges, the political challenges that their side have, and the reason why they cannot be supported by our people, is because when they came over here, right, they caused the president, you know, to get into bad books with almost everyone who had supported the president, right? Look, William Ruto was the key supporter of President Uhuru before and even after he became the president during his first term. So Raila came, it went the way it went. And you know, there is that history of some people, wherever they go, they cause chaos. Wanasabaratisha. Sasa hata serikali wakishukua, tunaona mtu ya kwanza kufinywa atakuwa labda ni rais. Unaona? Angalia, just look at Susan Kihika. Look at Mheshimiwa Kipchumba Murkomen. Look at akina Alice Wahome. Look at Mheshimiwa Kenyatta. Look at Kithure Kindiki.
Yeah.
All those people who were foot soldiers of President Uhuru Kenyatta, wakati huyu rafiki yetu Mheshimiwa Raila amekuja hapa ati ameleta salamu. Sasa ni salamu gani hii unapeleka kwa nyumba ya mtu anafukuza watoto yake yote.
But let me ask you, Mheshimiwa, how else did you expect the President Uhuru Kenyatta from 2018 to 2022 August to articulate and pass his agenda in parliament? Because all his foot soldiers, you see, you guys, what you forget is, even now as you sit here, you are a member of Jubilee Party. Jubilee sponsored you to be the representative of the people of Chinga, sindio? The president expects you to articulate and push his agenda in the county assembly of Nyeri. Those guys who you're talking about, kina Kihika, kina Murkomen, kina Kindiki, were the people the president had entrusted with to push his agenda in parliament and senate. When they got there, after the handshake happened, because of interest, political interests, at the end of the day, Raila Odinga is running for presidency, William Ruto is running for presidency. And all of them are they were also looking at where the president will probably swing his support. That is where the rain started beating us. Instead of our people now pushing the agenda of the government so that we can deliver on the manifesto that they had together come up with and promise the people that this is what we want to do, they started fighting the government from inside the house.
They were not.
As the father, let me tell you, as the father, you have 2 sons or 3 sons. Kwa nyumba yako unasema kitu na wao wanataka kusema kitu ingine. As a father, what do you do?
No, let me answer.
You have to you know,
you throw them away.
No, you don't throw them away.
That is what
but you
happens.
push aside.
How?
You push them aside and get people who can be able to help you
no, wait, look.
push your agenda, because president kutoka 2018, when all those guys now started, when the president takes a motion to parliament or senate, they fight.
How?
The president,
which one?
The president,
which one?
The president,
which one did they fight?
The president had to come up with his own ways of making sure that whatever agendas that he wants to be taken through,
you know,
parliament and senate are done.
You know, my friend here.
Hakuna venye unaweza kuwa kwa nyumba. You're fighting. You're fighting inside the same house.
My friend here is not being sincere. Look, he is not being sincere. In fact, he started saying that just the other day when he ran away from our house. You see.
Ajasema kwa kitambo.
Alikuwa anasema vile sisi tunasema. Na anajua ukweli. Unajua.
Aya, tufunga tuende nyumbani. Mniambie agenda.
But you see, that is a very important point that needs great clarification.
Okay.
You see, huyu anasema rafiki yangu hapa. Ya kwamba Mheshimiwa Rais sijui angefanyaje between 2018 and 2022, but the thing is this. You know they say when a hyena wants to feed on its young ones, it accuses them of smelling like goats. So there had to be some reasons for justifying William Ruto's betrayal. But the thing is this. You know, when the handshake guy came, you see, when the handshake guy came, that is when things started falling apart. Like William Ruto, you know, from time to time repeats. You know, all the development you have seen in this country is what they had agreed between them and President Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, when the handshake guy came, we abandoned the big 4 development agenda that we had been told we were pursuing as the Jubilee Party, and we started pursuing other issues. Sijui greetings, sijui BBI, sijui nini. And the president kept saying, BBI is not about Raila's presidency.
Okay.
But right now, everyone can see the handshake was all about Raila's presidency.
No, yes, we have to put things in perspective. We have to put things in perspective.
You'll put in perspective. We'll get back to you in a minute.
Okay. See, I'm telling you, Bitok, mtu akienda pale ile mimi sijui nini inamfanyikia. Now he's arguing, anaona mtu inateremuka na anasema inapanda. The thing is
lakini unajua kuna mtu upanda mlima.
Hakuna mito ana. Hiyo ni amaziga opo.
Do your Google, you'll see.
So the issue is this, Bitok.
Nasema ni ya uchawi.
The issue is this. Yuyu rafiki yetu alikuja And many people said the first day Raila Odinga greeted President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yeah.
Many people said tumeisha. Jubilee imeisha. Because huyu jamaa alikuwa pale na Moi na KANU. Right? Akaingia pale. KANU kama vile Mheshimiwa Mishuki na Mungu amweke vema alikuwa anasema that Jogoo swallowed the tractor but forgot to switch off. Sasa tractor iliendelea kuguruma kwa tumbo ya Jogoo. Jogoo ndiye huyo akaagamia akakufa. The same guy alikuja hapa akajiunga na Mzee Kibaki. Isipokuwa tu Mzee Kibaki naye alikuwa mchapakazi sana na Mungu akamsaidia. Hiyo ilikuwa ni kama kuisha kabisa. Sasa ona. Amekuja hapa amesema ameleta salamu. kwa President Uhuru. Na tukasema hapa tushunge manake hii nyumba yetu. Huyu mtu historia yake ni kama wale watu wakitembea huko kwa nyumba yako munaza vitao mama watoto hata ndio unasikia
watoto ni kina Mwanga SAMMY.
Ndio unasikia kuna mtu
Gerald can I
you will let me finish.
Na tuko na dakika kidogo zimebaki. So please
the issue is this. Hii miaka 5 na nimesikia rafiki yangu hapa akisema hata rais anaweza aenda Kodele. Hakuna wasiwasi. Anaenda Kodele na wanamsikiza juu wanajua yeye ni rafiki ya Raila Odinga. Not any other thing. So the issue is this. Na mimi hili ndilo ombi langu pitoka. Mimi nimesema kwa maoni yangu kama ni mimi ningeulizwa. Ningeomba na ningeonelea. Rais wetu. Asijihusishe na haya mambo ya masiasa ya 2022. Okay. Yeye tumemchagua mara 3, tumemheshimu tukifanya hivyo. Na bado tunamheshimu hata wakati huu. Sisi yale imefanyika. Sasa aashirie William Ruto na Raila Odinga wamenyane. Yeye ndiye statement ati hawa watu wawili wakigobana ndiye tutamuita mheshimiwa rais. Kuja zungumzia hawa viongozi wasilete vurugu kwa nchi. Okay. Lakini akishukua msimamo upande mmoja inaweza kuwa shida. Na ndio unaona hata maafisa wengine wadogo wa serikali wanamkosea heshima naibu wa rais na hawajui huyu naibu wa rais wanakosea heshima ile support alileta katika kuunda hii serikali ndio imewafanya wapate hizo nafasi za kazi wanafanya leo hii. Kwa hivyo sisi kama vile mnasema tuuze sera yetu upande wa Kenya kwanza. Right? Kenya kwanza. Unajua saa zingine haya mambo yanachanganyana kidogo. Sisi kama Kenya kwanza na sisi kama UDA tunaamini katika haya masuala ya bottom up economic model. Hawa wenzetu waashe kuongea na kusema haiwezi kufanya kazi. It's not watupe agenda yao. It's not them who are executing, it is us. Okay. Na sisi vile tunasema tunataka kuona yule mwananchi ako pale chini ameweza kufanywa, ameimarishwa. Na nimekuambia hii kitu kwetu Nyeri imefanya kazi. Okay. Kwa hivyo deputy president amekuja. And you know one thing, yule mtu mzuri hata sio yule mtu ana succeed at the first try. Yule mtu mzuri ni yule yako na maono mazuri. There are always challenges at the implementation stage. But those people who like grappling with issues, they are eventually the winners. Okay. So wenzetu pale pande ile, let them formulate their own agenda. Sisi agenda yetu ni bottom up. Na ukitaka kujua na Mungu ni wa ajabu, hiyo vita yote deputy president ameshapo hapa na watu. At the end of the day, Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi anaona hawezi enda upande ule. Pahali kuna mwelekeo ni kwa deputy president.
But you also need to ask yourself, why did he join?
Yule mwingine, relax. Yule mwingine, Moses Wetangula, anaona kwa hii miungano yote, hii muungano ya deputy president, ndio ya maana. Hata saa hii, he is the one holding fort as the other leaders are abroad. Moses Kuria, na ile oka yao pande ile, anaangalia, anaona pale, kwa ile tunaambiwa pande ile, kuna mtego. Anasema William Ruto mimi na vyama vyetu 21 hapo ndio tutajiunga. Because Kenya Kwanza is the place to be, my friend. Come over before I
will talk about I'll talk about 3 things.
Please.
One, my brother here talks about BBI na ikafanya hatuku manage kufanya our Big 4 agenda. Big 4 agenda is like Vision 2030. It's not something that was supposed to be done within 5 years. It's something that has continuity. Whatever it is that His Excellency the President will have done by the time he leaves office on the 9th of August 2022, and he's assured us that he's not interested in being in power after that. He's going to hand over power to whoever wins, either be it William Ruto or be it Raila Odinga. But the President is looking at who is it that I can be able to entrust to push my agenda of the Big 4 agenda after I'm done with office. I mean, William Ruto and Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta have worked together. In fact, they are the ones who formed the ODM together.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo wao ni marafiki. So by the time His Excellency the President gets to a point where he says, between these 2 gentlemen, the person I want to work with is Raila Odinga. He has his own reasons.
Yeah, and that's his opinion.
And I mean, Gerald, it's not the first time in the history of this world that a sitting president works with an incoming president.
No,
it
with
happened,
opposition
it
leader.
happened, it happened with Obama. When Obama was leaving, he put across Hillary Clinton as the successor.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if she won or didn't win, but he did.
Was she in opposition?
The guy who the South African president Mandela, when he was president there, he brought closer Thabo Mbeki, knowing that this is the guy I want to leave South Africa with.
But
that is the same.
Were they in opposition?
Give me time. When you were talking, I was very quiet. I was very quiet.
You are not.
Hey,
I was very quiet when you're talking for almost 15-20 minutes. I didn't talk. So give me time.
Ngoja kidogo, subiri kwenye simu tafadhali, usiondoke. Subiri hapo tusikate. Endelea Mwangi.
So what I'm saying, yesterday, Gerald, to debunk the Big 4 agenda, yesterday the president signed with Moderna to have a facility to manufacture vaccines here in Kenya worth 60 billion. Is that not part of the Big 4 agenda?
It is.
We have Munya the other day signing a leather production factory that is I mean, it costs almost 17 billion. It's not that Big 4 agenda. We have KU having the biggest and the most modern cancer center in Africa. Is that not a Big 4 agenda? So when we talk about things, let's put things in context, in context, so that we don't deviate from the truth just for the sake of the vote. In terms of our agenda is Big 4. I mean, if we can be able to have and implement the plan for Big 4 agenda, Gerald.
So Azimio plan is Big 4?
I mean, it's whoever comes on board, including His Excellency Deputy President, they will have to implement Big 4 agenda.
As in Azimio?
No, we are implementing bottom up. We are implementing bottom up.
Kwanza, what is bottom up? There's no bottom up without manufacturing. There's no bottom up without...
You abandoned that.
Listen, my friend. Plans that are done for a country, they are not done for a period of time. They are done for posterity.
Yes.
Kibaki did the Vision 2030. Is Uhuru implementing the same? Is he still opening Lamu Port? Is he still opening the roads from Lamu to Isiolo all the way to Northeastern?
Okay.
Plans that are done for a country are not done for a presidency. Because, I mean, you can do a plan of 50 years and you are only president for 1 term.
Yeah,
Does that mean that whoever president that will come on board will not be able to push that agenda? I mean, any president who will come on board must, for the first time, ensure that we have serious manufacturing plans. established here in Kenya. We have to lower the cost of electricity. We have to lower the cost of doing business in Kenya because it's punitive, Gerald. Even to open a company here in Kenya, it's punitive. We have to ensure that we lower issues of corruption so that the people who want to kuja Kenya kuwekeza, we don't give them so many handles so that they cannot be able to put these manufacturing plants. We are talking about youth and employment. How do we employ our young people? If we don't have factories, if we don't empower, we've done a lot of TVETs. Where will these people go to? So we have to have ways of absorbing the kind of human resource that Mheshimiwa is talking about. Because we cannot just be, every year people are graduating, but where are they going?
And TVETs were the idea of Ruto.
Yeah, TVETs are good.
They were idea of the deputy president.
No, it was idea of the government.
All right, guys.
There is no deputy president without
government.
Okay, guys.
Government is made up of individuals.
There is no deputy president without President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yeah, but
you cannot differentiate the two and say that these are now the projects of Uhuru Kenyatta and these are projects for William Ruto. You cannot do that. It's one government. It's Jubilee government.
But William Ruto have been subject.
The scorecard that deputy president talk about, it's a scorecard of Jubilee government.
Before handshake.
Not him as an individual.
Before handshake.
And not President Uhuru Kenyatta as an individual.
And by the way, talking about the agendas, I don't know, but I saw Raila Odinga had unleashed a 10-point agenda. So I don't know if he's still picking up on the big four, but that's left to see. As the campaign starts, maybe we'll be able to see the manifesto and get to see if there's any difference between the big four or what he started. But I saw a 10-point agenda.
Yes.
So, all right, Jambo, good morning. Tumalizia tafadhali.
Hey, Gerard. Good morning.
Please, good morning to you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Salama, niambie.
Huyu ni Gilbert kutoka Marekani.
Kansas. Zina Kansas.
Niko na swali.
Haya, uliza baba. Mbio.
Niko na swali, a very simple question to Mwangi.
Yes.
Sasa wakati mimi
Hello.
When Biden
wasemaje, umpata kidogo? Hello.
Unanisikia?
Nakusikia, niambie. Nakusikia, please proceed.
I think the network. Sasa nilikuwa nasema niko na swali na kwa Mwangi.
Yes sir.
Uliza.
Sasa Mwangi, hiyo bottom up starting work, I'm gonna tell you. Kwa sababu wakati, let me give you a scenario. Wakati Trump,
I think he's having some challenges.
Network yake ni mbaya kidogo. Network yako ni kama iko na shida. So, but I think he's just saying that bottom up works, and he's referring to the Joe Biden's agenda in America.
But Gerald, nobody says bottom up doesn't work. What we are saying is there's no bottom up without trickle down. Because I mean, when you say bottom up, what are you saying? You're talking about empowering the person at the lowest cadre of the economy, so that person can be able to contribute to the national kitty. And that national kitty is again distributed to our 47 governments, and the people can be able to be empowered at the bottom of the pyramid. There is no bottoms up without trickle down.
Not bottoms. I keep telling you.
Okay, bottom.
You know.
Your last tackles of the day.
In the first place.
1 minute.
In the first place, we talk. Government has no money of its own. It's our taxes. It's the taxes from those people. So don't talk about trickle down as if there is some money the government has put somewhere. It is giving us its own charity. No,
Mheshimiwa, you didn't listen to me. What I've said is this, Gerald.
1 minute. I've given. Let him take his minute. You take his minute. Your minute. There we go.
The issue is this, and I want to thank you very much for this opportunity. The issue is bottom-up economic model is not what my friend here keeps talking about. He goes, I don't know what, trickle down what. That is what we want to change. We want to empower people from the down there. And let nobody make a mistake about this. this is not government money. It is the people's money, because these are their taxes. So that one, number one, it ain't gonna work. Number two, we don't want violence in this country. You see, now Jubilee, and we were just saying these things. Now it has. We were just warning Jubilee. You know, let's take care when we are joining some people. Now you see they have started fist fights. You see, now wameabukizwa hii mambo ya vita. Sasa sisi kile tunataka ni kampeni za amani, na mimi ningependa kuomba wa Kenya.
Haya, ukiondoka dakika zako zimeisha.
Nikiondoka neno la mwisho. Ningetaka kuomba wa Kenya. Our future is in Kenya kwanza. Hata Mheshimiwa Moses Kuria amesema Azimio wako na very selfish interests. So the future of Kenya can be trusted with Kenya kwanza, and that is why even my brother here was a member here, lakini akaogopa, akaona atashindwa, akatoroka, akaenda pale ile, akaanza kutupa mawe, but hata yeye anajua upande huu ndio ile upande inafaa kuunda serikali, na sisi tunaheshimu rais wetu, ni vile tu hatuwezi kufuata huyo jamaa ambaye alikuja akamsalimia. Lakini kwa rais sisi hatuna vita hata kidogo. Na kwa Wakenya wote, your future can be trusted with Kenya kwanza. Your future can be trusted with William Ruto presidency. Thank you very much.
Asante. Haya, ya tackle of the day, wangiwa sana.
Gerald, you know,
we have
to
ya tackle of the day.
We have to be very
Yamaza.
We have to be very objective and as I keep on saying, put things in context. You cannot radicalize the country for the last 4 years, telling us about hustlers versus dynasties, and then now when we are 4 months to the general elections, you start crying fall, oh, we want a peaceful elections. You have armed the country that those who don't have should be against those who have. Today you don't have, Gerald. When we came to this town, Gerald, years ago, we were tulikuwa tunatembea route 11. Mungu ametubariki leo, at least you have your jalopy. That does not mean now those who don't have should be against you, because God has been with you on that journey and you've managed to get. What I want to say is this: nobody is interested in violence. Okay? And those guys who were fighting yesterday at a Jubilee function should be ashamed of themselves. Because like in Laikipia, when we were having our aspirant meeting yesterday, for Laikipia East alone, we have 3 candidates so far who have declared that they want to run for member of parliament in Jubilee Party. And we sat down yesterday, we had tea together, we discussed, we asked, what is your agenda, what is your agenda? And our agendas always are almost the same, because Gerald, the problem in Laikipia ni maji. Shida yetu Laikipia ya kwanza ni maji. So if you can be able to sort that, tuko sawa. The second problem we have in Laikipia is insecurity. Gerald. Now the issue to do with insecurity, it goes deep, because half of Laikipia is owned by ranches now, settlers. So we have to find a way of how do these settlers and the ranches benefit the mwananchi wa Laikipia to avoid those conflicts that we've been having. My parting shot to the people of Kenya. As we head to the next general elections, I want you to understand that we'll have a president come 9th of August 2022. Be it Raila Odinga, be it William Ruto, be it Kalonzo Musyoka, be it JB Muturi. This country, we must, the fabric of the country must be held together so that we don't again go to a situation that we were in the 90s when we used to have the tribal clashes, and in 2007, 2008, when we had some very serious issue with this country, leading to some leaders being taken to ICC. So my parting shot is, Kenyans, go to the ballot, elect your leaders, look at both agendas of Azimio, La Umoja, look at the Kenya Kwanza, look at the Oka Alliance, and any other alliances that will be formed. Make your objective decision, knowing that tomorrow we will be Kenyans. We will have to live a Kenya that our children will not ask, what were our parents thinking when they were bringing this country to the dogs? That will be my parting shot.
All right, I want to give you 30 seconds in the interest of choice, because you've told Kenyans to go and choose.
Yes.
In the interest of choice, I think he has provided the agenda for Kenya Kwanza, spoken about bottom-up building up the economy. In 30 seconds, strictly, what is the contest in Azimio? What is the agenda?
The agenda in Azimio, Gerald, is to make sure that we have continuity of whatever is
the Big Four agenda.
Of what the president is doing. Okay. Because without the Big Four agenda, Gerald, we don't have a country.
So it's Big Four.
We are talking about not having being able to have development resources because of the high taxes.
No.
because of the high taxes, and also
30 seconds,
the high loans.
I just wanted to be clear.
Yeah, the high loans that we are having. Okay. For us to be able to bring down those high cost of living, we must be able to empower a lot of us as Kenyans to contribute to the national kitty, so that in turn can be able to help the country.
All right, so you have it, guys. The contest is between Azimio and Kenya Kwanza, and the contest here is a contest of ideas. One is Kenya Kwanza, they're saying they want to build the economy from bottom up, and is a bottom up economic model, and Azimio are saying that the continuity of the Big Four agenda that was laid by the President Uhuru Kenyatta. So it's a competition, it's a contest of the Big Four agenda again as a bottom up. The choice is yours. Go to the ballot and make a decision. And then after the 9th August, we still have a country, guys. And I keep saying this. Those are says the reality is that the Raila they are selling to us today is not the Raila we knew. His mom, when corruption among other vices is committed, he defends a runaway national debt. Okay. Sammy Riungu K. Fairness is lacking when someone like Junet says that they are not worried because the system, Deep State and Uhuru, that is the doubt. Still, Sabina said, they will still. I think, Gerald, you have that clip of Sabina checking.
No deep state. Kenyans will decide.
You Kenyans are the deep state. Go to the ballot and make a decision. And I still want to tell you that we still need a country at the 9th of August.
Yes.
I still want to wake up on the 9th of August in the morning and come here. And we'll talk about the elections very peacefully. Whoever would have won should be sworn in. And the country continues. This time we don't want two swearing in ceremonies. We just want one. We move on as a country.
We know who swears himself in. We know who swears himself in.
It could be you guys.
No. We know.
It could be anybody. It could be anybody. It could be anybody.
Who is in the international community saying that the
reason why,
we know who says
guys, the reason why I'm saying it could be anyway is because nobody ever imagined that right now the president would be speaking about rigging. The same way nobody ever imagined, even for a single day, that Raila Odinga would be defending government and saying that elections will be fair when there is no reforms that have been done in the electoral system. Zero reforms.
And he's telling us here about presidents supporting
zero reforms.
Deputies.
So zero reforms.
But they are not from
the
opposition.
As it stands, severally as it starts, the electoral system is still as it was. If it was fair that time, then right now it should be fair.
Gerald,
if it wasn't fair,
if the elections were fair in 2013, in 2017, they will be fair in 2022.
It's been a pleasure to have you guys. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in. This is the talk. No, nimekusikia. Nimwambia.
You're talking of Clinton being supported by Obama. They were in the same party. You're talking of Thabo Mbeki being supported by Nelson Mandela. They were in the same party.
Okay, that's factual.
There is nowhere in the world where the president supports the opposition.
Guys, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in. I hope to see you again. This has been the tackle between Jubilee and UDA. This is the tackle, and it ends now. Bye bye and take care.